Welcome everyone. Good afternoon on day 3 of this wonderful summit. I'd like to thank the RAI team, Kumar, Hitesh, among others, for inviting me today. Deep honor, and I'm really pleased to be meeting all of you today online. We'll spend the next 10 minutes on something interesting that we have tried to develop over the last few months, which in a sense is summarized as the heading for the slide. It talks about some research you've done and developed a point of view around what the new reality of retail will look like in India and globally. If we move to the next slide, we do know that COVID's been having a huge impact on the retail sector. But the big thing, which I'm sure all of us know, is that any decision that we take in the next 4 weeks, 6 weeks could impact us for a huge amount of time. And there are 4 themes which we worked on, which I'm sure you know, but it played on our mind as we developed our thinking around this. Firstly, it is clearly unconventional times. There's hardly anyone whose risk plans had a scenario planning for such a situation in the world. And we never knew that while COVID would hit us, that home will be called the new hub. We'd start using home as a working environment, and all of us will spend significantly more time at home rather than in the past. The second big theme has been around embracing change. There have been huge changes which we've been embraced forcefully, or whichever way it might be. The big one has been around health and hygiene. We do realize and we do appreciate, we do look at a health and hygiene with extreme care. That's been a big change in terms of behavior among all of us. The second thing has been around the every kind of opportunity which existed in the market and people could leverage on among the whole changes in the market environment. And if you could sort of make sense of it, make business sense of it, your business has done very well. It was about how fast your business has understood the change, what can you adapt so that you become more relevant to the consumers and clients has been the theme once again. It's been a time for reflection. Because this crisis will, I'm sure, come to an end. But will it mean that things will go back to normal? I'm not so sure. And does it mean that not once in the future will we have a similar one coming around? So it's all for us to think through that if work goes back to normal, and if sort of work doesn't go back to normal and things sort of continue with another COVID version in the next few years, what does it mean to all of us? Hence, brand ethics, purpose has started to come into the forefront. And lastly but not least, every business entrepreneur has looked at how business has been impacted. What does it mean to the business, and how you can be much more fit for the future as we come out of the crisis. At the same time, regional languages have sort of caught pace. That's been the focus for a lot of people as long as they have forayed into rural. As we move to the next slide, we had commenced a survey. And this time, the survey was very unique in the instance that the interviews were done by the partners of KPMG themselves, meeting CEOs and CFOs, rather than trying to deploy a third-party market research agency. The reason for that, we had realized, was the fact that we wanted to have much more free-flowing conversations. We also were being questioned by our clients around what others in the marketplace were doing, and sharing of those best practices in an anonymized manner. We wanted to make this survey much more personalized, and I think we actually gained a lot, and so did the clients that we interviewed and worked with. We focused our work around 3 themes, and I will summarize them as we move into the next slide. Front office related aspects: sales, marketing, customer service. Middle office, talking procurement, production, supply chain, R&D. And things in the back office. They include finance, tax, treasury, HR, information, and governance. As we move to the next slide, and we'll run you through the findings. There were three big themes that came out, and there's a more detailed report which can be discussed post this. The first theme was around operational improvement, which talked about realigning to the supply chain of the future. What that means is that in the past, it was all about getting products in time, just-in-time manufacturing, keep inventory levels low. But now it was about the right kind of demand nodes, having a what-if scenario planning. What if, let's say, X factory were to shut down, which you had never thought of in the past. It also included implementation of a lot of cost reduction initiatives. Many initiatives which did not get out of the closet of most of our entrepreneurs and multinational companies. And the reason for that was that you had to look inside and see if there's anything else that you can do to become much more fit as you get out of the pandemic. Focus on analytics and planning increased. We did have a big role before the pandemic, but we realized that having a proper visibility as to what's happening, making sense of it, and being able to plan scenarios was going to be key. Continuous engagement with business partners, that was the key to success for most of the companies that had seen success in the pandemic. When I talk about customer centricity, we did see increased amounts of customer engagement. And the big theme that we saw was the thing around alternate channels, as I call it, which means, are there other channels to reach out to customers? Are there other channels to reach out to consumers, such as you and me, which as a company or a firm, we were not exploring earlier? Are there other alliances that we can work with to reach to the people's homes and to the retailers of the world? Safety became a key area, and this was talked about by every possible company and retailer we talked to in different measures, but surely a very strong aspect of everyone's strategy. And lastly but not least, people had to quickly redesign their product portfolios if it did not sort of fit into what the new customers' requirements or needs might be. Employee welfare, there were a huge amount of initiatives. We had never faced this before, and it was all about ensuring that we enhance our skills, learn to work in a remote manner. We also had a lot of focused initiatives around motivation and welfare, and we did realize that that most companies had done a lot of bits, including things like moving furniture home, including things like getting things to getting the chairs to people's houses, simple things like that, giving loans for internet, etc. But companies did their bit to ensure that they are able to balance work and life at home. Some of the companies also mentioned that had given breaks in the day because a lot of people had to do household chores around the lunch time at homes. As we move forward and look to the next slide, we also tried to summarize, and this we had a lot of research done along with our global team, and tried to come around to 7 kind of businesses which will exist in the future. And a global team and I dared to call that retail will morph into something called as consumer commerce. And there will be 7 different themes or 7 different ways in which you can evolve. The first was a platform-based business, which is all about having a platform, B2B or B2C, but all kinds of service, insurance, payments, loans, products being sold on it. The second opportunity or option that we will see in the market will be around multinational retailers. And I call them out specifically because they exist across countries. They will continue to gain scale. They'll continue to have mergers and acquisitions and have presence in every possible country and have a big role in terms of the kind of the kind of noise they create in the consumer's mind. The third is national heroes. Increasingly, we see a lot of pressure and talk around buying from your own country, selling in your country, Atmanirbhar Bharat. This will gain momentum, and we see that whether it's a wholesale or a domestic-based company or a retailer, this theme may be something which will continue to gain strength and compete with the likes of Amazon and others. Value-based retailers, India has always been a value-based seeker market, but discounters have been the fastest growing physical channel globally. And we believe that this will continue in the DNA of our country. And there will be a set of retailers, brands will focus around the area of discount and continue to succeed. Brands will continue to exist, but they will try and form a stronger direct-to-consumer approach. You must remember that although every brand would try and establish a direct-to-consumer approach, there's only that much of mind space in the consumer's brand. There's only that much mind space on the consumer's mobile phone. So they'll have to work really hard to ensure that even though you've acquired a consumer, you're able to retain and build along the consumer's life cycle. Category specialists, as a lot of areas, a lot of retailers will sort of occupy other platforms, specialists in a particular area, specialists in, let's say, only selling mobile phones, specialists in a particular kind of niche will always occupy a great space in the consumer's mind and will be a differentiated strategy to adopt. And lastly, but not least, I think it's the strongest of all the seven things that I talk about, at least for India. Mutuals, neighborhood stores will have a strong play as we scale up our economy. But it'll be also about the independents and mutuals, trying to look at how they upgrade themselves, form groups, have their own loyalty programs, perhaps partner with other of the 6 models that we see on the slide, and make a success of not only their business model, but a win-win strategy for the person they partner with. All in all, as we move to the next slide, these are things that we have captured in different studies that we've done. There's this quote around Me, My Life, My Wallet, which talks about the changing consumer trends. It should be released sometime in the next 3 or 4 days. There's a big report that we released late last year or January this year around best practices adopted by consumer companies in retail. And there is the future of retail, of which I showed the 7 models that I just discussed, which has just been released. So feel free to reach out to us or to Rai, and we're happy to engage with you. But thanks a lot, and have a great day in the summit today.